As 2006 comes to a close, it is time to look ahead to 2007. And if you want a sneak preview, Michael Lutin says he can help you out. He writes the horoscopes each month for Vanity Fair magazine. And in his new book, Sunshine's The Astrology of Being Happy, Michael says anyone can achieve true happiness in the coming year. Michael, nice to have you here.
Wonderful to be here, Natalie. Thank you.
And how much science is there actually to astrology? Because, you know, a lot of people, they say, it's a bunch of baloney, especially guys. Guys don't put as much faith into it as I think women do.
They pretend not to, but they always ask their wives and girlfriends, what did he say, honey? What did he say, honey? I think there's a lot of science to it, but the more that you interact with somebody, the more you're going to be able to know about them. But there's a lot of science to it. But nobody understands exactly how it works or why it works.
Yeah, I mean, how are you say people's actions are driven by their signs? I mean, what can you explain that? I mean, does it really come down to the stars?
Well, I think, one of the reasons why I wrote Sunshines was that there are so many things about people that you can tell from their charts, even though their socioeconomic, their cultural levels, all sorts of things feed into it. But I think that one of the things that I wanted to show in the book was that we all chase after things that we think are going to make us happy. We obsess over these things. We're all very naughty. We all have these obsessions, and we need them. We all do. And there are also other things that would really give us more lasting fulfillment and happiness. And those are the paths that are really more grown up and fulfilling to take at the end.
And you say that many people who turn to astrology are doing so because they're at a spiritual crossroads. What do you mean by that?
Well, I don't think that you're really going to look into metaphysics if you're completely into your life and everything is happening the way you plan it. It's when things take place in your life that you don't plan that you really have to look elsewhere for answers.
And in your book, in Sunshine's The Astrology of Being Happy, in what opinion do you think people really need to get out of their life to really be happy?
Well, for one thing, we're in a crazy time in history, so people really need to find happiness. And I think that everybody has a right to be happy, no matter what their horoscope says, no matter how their job is or their relationships. Everybody has a right to be happy if they choose the right way to go about it and not just obsess over things they're never going to have.
Well, speaking of some of your predictions, you write in the January issue of Vanity Fair magazine about your predictions for the country in the coming years. And you say, quote, Pluto in Capricorn will demand conformity, born out of fear that different is dangerous. The threat of attack will be acute, and the government will be so terrified that it won't really matter who gets in 2008, conservative or liberal. The new ideologies will bleed across party lines. I understand people in Washington are pretty nervous about this.
I've heard from people.
Is that true?
Yes, I've heard from some people in Washington. But I think that if you really look at what's happening in the country, you don't even need the stars to tell you that we're on a different course. America is going to go through a tremendous transformation in the next 19, 20 years. And I think part of it is going to be, there's going to be a lot of upheaval in this country. And it really isn't about Republicans or Democrats anymore. It's about ideologies, about what freedom is, what liberty is, what personal beliefs you have. So the big issue, I think, in 2008 is going to be church and state. That's going to be the big thing that happens. But after that, when Pluto enters Capricorn, not only is that going to be huge for all Capricorns, but it's really going to mean that America is going to have
huge for Capricorns. I think Matt and Meredith are Capricorns,
Matt
right?
And Meredith and Sean Hannity on another network. He's the same day.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Bizarre.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. Yeah, it's very big for Matt and Meredith. Yeah, it really is.
Okay, I'll make sure I pass that along to them.
Definitely do.
All right. Also, some other predictions for let's talk politics, entertainment. Do you have any presidential predictions?
I try not to do that because I try not to. Although in 2000, I happened to be able to say something that worked out to be true. I said that the next day you will not know who the president is because it was too wacky and Mercury retrograde was too wacky. But I try not.
So you said that you won't be
on TV.
Wow.
Yeah, I just said on Judy.
And you just won't
show.
even venture there.
I'd really rather not at this particular time because not like I know because I don't know. But I have certain ideas that I can't separate from my own political view, so I try not to.
Entertainment, if we can, quickly. Jennifer Aniston,
Brad Pitt.
Pitt.
Like all Aquarians. I wrote this in Sunshines. Aquarians are kind of ditzy at the moment, ditzier than usual, and I think that that Jennifer Aniston's been very wounded in her life. Her relationships show it, and it's going to take a long time for her to return and to come back into herself and to who she really is, and it's been tough for her.
We can't even get to the others because this is
too bad.
fascinating.
I want to talk about Rosie, and I wanted to. Oh, it's too
okay,
bad.
Quick, Rosie and Donald. Can we just do a quick
Yes,
one? Yes.
They're like two dogs that meet at the Westminster Kennel Show, and they start barking at each other. Shut up! No, you shut up! No, you shut up! But neither of them likes
Who has
the
the
dominant.
bigger mouth, right?
Well, neither of them likes the dominant opposite gender, but that's what they have to work with.
And the book is called The Sunshine's The Astrologies of Being Happy. Michael Lutin.
Oh, I have something for you. I have a book for you.
Oh, thanks. I'm a Gemini.
I know that.
So,
and here, this is a secret message from Matt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, right. Coming up next, Mozart coming to a theater near you. We're going to check it out right after this.
Thank you.